It's been a while since I watched an anime, um, and one caught my interest, so I decided to watch it. It's called Assassination Classroom. It's about a seemingly undefeatable alien that blows up a big chunk of the moons and says that in a year he'll do the same to Earth unless he can be assassinated by a selected class of elementary school kids. That's a crazy premise that only anime can deliver. So the anime takes place in and around this classroom of these selected kids that have the monumental task of saving the Earth by assassinating this seemingly undefeating alien. He is incredibly fast and can pay a lot of attention to his surroundings. So the whole anime is kind of like a mystery, or you're kind of thinking how would they come up with a way of killing him, because yeah, he seems hell bent on destroying the Earth in 1 year. Now I'm not native Japanese, and I, let's say, don't speak Japanese at all. Like maybe I know a few words from watching too much anime. So take that into account when I comment on the acting and saying it's fairly middle of the road anime thing. I mean, you have the whole class as characters. You have this whole ensemble. So not all can be fleshed out characters. Can have personalities that shine through. Can have arcs and character moments. It's This is not the place for that, and that is fine. Even the main character don't strike me out too much. Like they're the bland, stereotypical, classic anime. It's perfectly serviceable. Just don't expect any, let's say, Demon Slayer level of performance. But then again, not everything is Demon Slayer. That's what makes Demon Slayer Demon Slayer. So, by the nature of this anime, Assassination Classroom, there's a lot of wasted characters, or characters that serve no real meaning or no purpose. Again, because it's a classroom, they needed a full classroom, so they were going to be given this amount of characters, and I've heard it said that, like, the rule of thumb that a audience or like a human can keep track of 7 characters at the most in a movie. Um, I'm not sure if it's true, but it seems right. It seems fair, around 7. Um, and so for this anime, we definitely have a lot more, and it shows. Had this been a writing exercise, or let's say any other medium, maybe even an anime, or have I been involved with the production, this is where we would definitely have um, suggested to combine characters, to skip detours. Like, this is not a game, so you can't pull in filler and then let people kind of decide how much they want. And even games shouldn't have this much filler. But what I'm saying is the anime, the experience for me, it drags from time to time. Um, I've had this sort of um, where I preferred animes that were like 12 episodes, because they would seem to not drag as much. This one is the full 24. It's probably because of the old school TV format and all that. So it hangs, it drags, it has a lot of things that goes nowhere, even though it could be fun. Like, I like the investigation part. That's really great. Like the main characters in the class, like they investigate and even take notes about the teacher. Was saying, oh, he gets distracted by little dogs, or he's afraid of spiders or something. I can't remember, but overall, getting a little piece of information of the puzzle and coming up with ideas on your own, and seeing the characters come up with saying how to use this information. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. I would have leaned on that much a lot more. It should have been used a lot more, been in the more forefront. Maybe it is in the manga. I don't know. I haven't read it. Is there a manga? I actually don't know. I'm just assuming. Usually there's always a manga when there's an anime, right? I laughed out verbally a lot watching this. Just to make that clear, because I tend to state the negative things. I laughed out a lot. This series goes places. Like some of them, I wasn't like, "Whoa, we going there? Wow." Um, I'm curious about the end. I knew going into this 2 seasons. I haven't really looked up if there's a third season on the way, because that would kind of give away the second season. So I try not to do that. Um, so yeah, even though it dragged a bit, and it's a perfectly fine anime. So and I'm curious by the end. I'm curious to see how this ends. I'll watch it, but not right away. I'll need something a little better paced. And Red Dead is on sale. But these videos are coming out in reversed order because I already played Red Dead at the time of this recording. It should actually be the previous videos. Maybe I'm not such a fully rendered, capable, established YouTuber as I thought. Food for thought. There you go. So, Assassination Classroom, perfectly fine. Not something that I would say you should go out of your way to experience, but if you are into anime and it can do with some high school drama with some exaggerated alien, yeah, go for it. I laughed. I had a good time when the series was good, and I'm looking forward to the rest. That's a recommendation, right? That's how this works. Yeah. So call it a recommendation, small one, but a recommendation. I'm gonna talk about Witch Dragon. Yeah, I watched a lot of movies during my move, so I'm gonna talk about Witch Dragon next. So I look forward to that. In the meanwhile, thank you for stopping by today.